My goal is to not tell you the truth, but every kind of truth that I can think of from my own perspective. I'm not telling you literally every truth imaginable, but if you look at, for example, Stop Asking If I'm Okay, that video, that's a good example of what I mean. I'm not just telling you how I feel. I'm telling you every way that I thought about the situation. Because I thought about it in like 7 or 8 different ways. And by expressing all those different frameworks, I sort of, if you put them all together, you sort of get me. You get me if you put all the frameworks together. But that's like, artistically at least, that's on you. I'm not like this in real life, by the way. That would be very annoying. Until you hear every kind of truth, you will never know the truth. And I'm not going to be happy until I've said everything I want to say. No, I'm never going to be happy, especially not being inaccurately defined, but that's kind of inevitable, isn't it? So maybe an aspect of maturity, an aspect of me growing up, an aspect of me committing is accepting that some people will want to define me in a way that I don't think is accurate. And then I will want to make some shit that makes them change their mind about that. But that's not a tenable solution in the long term, now is it? Maybe I don't ever get to be happy, but I get to work towards the impossible goal of being happy. It's an ideal. And maybe by shooting myself towards that goal, I can be happy, or at least something resembling happy. Maybe. Maybe. There's a lot of pitfalls in that path that I see, but there's a chance. And if there's a chance, well, then it's worth taking. Because what's the alternative? I don't want to think about that. And I have been happy. I have been happy moving towards that goal. I can see it. But it's not something you reach, it's like a star. You can move in its direction, but if you actually got there, you'd probably fucking burn. I've lost the metaphor.
Also, considering we're talking about the structure of the video and commitment, like you can't, clearly I'm not committing to any of these ideas enough to really explore them and flesh them out. I have a swarm of like 60 ideas that are basically just like, oh, hey, here's a way to think about this. But I haven't committed to any of them deeply enough to really say anything meaningful about any of them. So maybe all I can do is say something meaningful about the inability to say anything meaningful about any of them, I guess. I don't know. It's 5 a.m.